is the first Indian portal which has got into gaming in a big way. You may have heard about, we have our shareholders have put in a large sums of money into gaming, and we're trying to cover the entire spectrum of gaming. So we are looking at casual games, we're looking at MMOGs, we are also looking at various skill-based games which are in somewhere in between casual and MMOGs. So it's a first comprehensive. So this is basically a vision set by again our shareholders, primarily our president Rajesh Sani, as well as our promoter Shri Anil Ambani. They are the ones who actually got into the idea that they want to catch the youth of today. So if you look at India is primarily a young country. More than 50% of the population is below 25. So how do you get them? Obviously, you get them through all the 4 screens that you have. There's a movie screen, there's a TV screen, there's a PC screen, and there's a mobile screen. So on the PC screen, the strategy to catch the people is basically through the games. So that's how the idea of starting a gaming portal came. We already have a mobile gaming arm which is promoted by Reliance called Jump Games. So we are primarily into the PC screen. Okay. I mean, you should be asking other way around. If somebody doesn't use open source, then you ask, why didn't you use open source? Okay. But anyway, I think if we look at we are an internet company, and if you look at all major internet companies today, with the exception of probably Microsoft, MSN, and for very obvious reasons, everybody is using open source technologies. I mean, you look at Google, you look at Yahoo, you look at eBay, you look at eBay uses a lot of Microsoft technology. So if you leave that aside, if you read it in India, everybody is using open source technology because it makes sense. Okay. I mean, I can go on and on for hours on that. So we already have one game, casual gaming tournament going on right now. It's a net only kind of stuff, which will then culminate into a on the ground event. One will be for chess. I think that is already going on, and the other one will be for cricket, which will start very soon. I think next month sometime. I'm not very sure of the exact date, but
close to the World Cup.
Close to the World Cup. The finals will be held in Mumbai, but before that there will be, I think, every 4 regions will have a semi-finals being held out. See, in the places that we went, most people are hardcore gamers. If you look at those typical gamers, they are hardcore gamers. Now, while they are obviously one of our target audiences, but we are trying to get the games to a much larger audience, and that's why we have started off with casual game. Does not mean that we are not targeting the hardcore gamers. Of course, we are targeting the hardcore gamers, but that is a small universe of a few 100,000, probably 500,000 people at the max, which we will and target with our action games, with our MMOGs and stuff like that. But currently, with a casual game, we are trying to target maybe the 30-40 million people available who play solitaire, who can play a simple game, and that's also a market, that's also a universe. So if you look at what we tried to do in the game box tournaments that we had, we're trying to do the reverse. We're trying to inculcate a little bit of casual gaming into the hearts of the hardcore gamers. Okay, so it's a reverse osmosis in some ways, you can say. No, it is going to be on the internet itself. It's going to have many more variations, and we're encouraging users to come up with their reviews, user-generated videos. We're not trying to compete here with YouTube in that sense, but we're trying to more gaming and youth-oriented, not necessarily always gaming, it's youth-oriented, but it is a net only a medium. We're very clear we are an internet company. So, as I said, very clearly said that we are not getting into mobile, and very clear we're not getting into TV either. We're getting an internet company. So, Zapak Girls is basically a repositioning, or I won't say repositioning, that's the wrong word to use, sorry. It's a segmentation of our offering, okay, of the entire offering that we have. We find that, okay, a very unknown statistic in most gaming circles that in most Western countries, majority of the casual gamers are females and not males. In fact, they are females 40 plus. Okay, the exact profile which is never thought of as a gamer are the person who's playing poker, who's playing mahjong, who's playing those match 3 different kind of games and stuff like that. So So it's a very wrong stereotype that girls and games don't go together. Okay. So what we tried to do was we tried to think of how do I highlight a lot of games that we have which need to be segmented and presented so that women come to know that okay, there's a place for them to play games as well. Where games is not about all blood and gore and action and tactile movements and stuff like that. So that's how the idea came. So then we followed through with an execution called Zapak Girls. So it's a face of Zapak which is more targeted towards the women. We already are in the back-end processes being set up along with payment gateway stuff and all that. We will be launching downloads within the next 1 or 2 months. Okay.
Major games?
This is basically all the games that you get in US and stuff like that. But the USP that we have is that while those games are typically, there are two pricing ranges that you have. Majority of them are at $19.99 and some of them are $9.99. Basically $10 and $20 price range. We have been able to work with our vendors and get them to an India pricing which varies anywhere between $1.50 to $4.50. Okay, so that's my contribution is that I can get those prices down to India pricing level. Okay, some may say that even $4.50 is not India pricing, it may not be, but it's a lot cheaper than $20. Yeah, we actually have the agreements inked and stuff like that. We're just working on the DRM. DRM piece is already done. We're integrating that with our payment gateway and all the stuff that's required on the back end. We are slowly rolling out our MMOGs. We are rolling out our other games as well. So casual game was the first part of the stuff. So this entire 2007 you'll see other games as well coming up. We are planning to go into closed beta somewhere in June to July. Okay, there's a closed beta, and hopefully if everything goes okay, then before the end of the year we'll be going to open beta on our games. I can't reveal the titles yet because of the non-disclosure agreements we have right now. Without getting into that, what I can tell you is that it will be a world class in terms of experience. Okay. I'm deliberately not getting into that because I don't know how it will get interpreted. Okay, so I'm not getting into that, but I can assure you that just because we are launching something in India, it won't be of a lower standard, something that has already run through its life cycle, let's say in some other countries. And without naming names, there are a few MMOGs available here which have run through the life cycle, okay, and are now being used in India as it won't be that kind. Whatever we get here will also be the leading edge in US or in Korea or something like that.